What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Charles in Charge Cowboy Sports Report. It is the day before the big game, the day before everybody thinks the bottom is falling out. It's the middle of the season. We've hit a road bump, speed bump, whatever you want to call it. Most teams usually do in the middle of the season. Championship teams do in the middle of the season. I don't hear a lot of people talking about the Rams losing three in a row, all in which they got dominated. I don't hear people talking about Tampa Bay losing to Trevor Siemian and the Saints, and then to Taylor Heineke in Washington the week later, and then almost losing to Indianapolis. That was a blowout game if Carson Wentz doesn't become Carson Wentz. Or so basically, we don't hear them talking about Tampa losing 2 out of 3. We don't hear them talking about Green Bay losing 2 out of 3, or the Rams losing 3 in a row. But Cowboys lose 3 out of 4. The sky is falling, even though we had 27% of our starters out the last 2 games at Kansas City and at home against the Raiders. That's over a quarter of your starters not playing. All season, we have had to have depth, and we've had great depth all season because all season we have not been healthy. Since week 1, Gallup's gone. After that, middle of that week, before the Charger game, Tank is gone. Gregory's out with COVID week 2 also. So we have no defensive end. So Micah Parsons comes in and plays both defensive end positions, basically, to keep us in that game, to win it. And Gallimore hasn't played a snap all season. He had flashes of greatness during his rookie year. He'll be back next week against Washington. So the last 2 weeks we didn't have Lamb or Cooper. We had Lamb for the first half of Kansas City. That was it. No Lamb, no Cooper. Ty Smith wasn't playing against Kansas City. Ty Smith came back against the Raiders after being out for 3 weeks. You're going to have rust. Now I know we have a lot of coaches that are going to be out for this game, Mike McCarthy being one of them. McCarthy is the least of our concerns. Dan Quinn could easily go to the sideline and coach this team. He has great head coaching experience, coached the team to a Super Bowl. If not for an epic Tom Brady comeback, has a ring as a head coach. So he'll be on the field level, coaching the defense as he does. He can look at the tablets and see what's going on. He likes to be upstairs for that, but he could do it on the sideline. Kellen Moore will be calling the offensive plays, and he'll be given more freedom to do what he wants to do, being that Big Mike won't be there to hold him back or make him call stupid plays and stupid decisions. Hey, we should run it here on 4th and 6. Or we should do a trick play to get a 2-point conversion when we're at the 1-yard line, instead of just giving the ball to Elliott or let Dak sneak it. No, McCarthy wants Kellen Moore to run a trick play, which is completely horrible. So Kellen Moore, I believe, is going to have fun with Daddy not being home. And Bones Fossil will take care of the special teams. We have, I would say, the best special teams unit in the league, just on splash plays alone. 3 blocked punts and a kick return for a touchdown. One of the 3 blocked punts we score. So that's 3 blocked punts and 2 touchdowns on special teams. And we actually do get pretty good yardage when Pollard does return it, except for that return he had in overtime, where we start overtime in jail at around 7. But that's done and over with. Our 3 losses were against the AFC. We only have 1 conference loss. Green Bay has 2 conference losses. Tampa Bay has 2 conference losses. And Arizona has 2 conference losses. Now, I said our best shot of getting the number 1 seed, and don't let it doubt you. I heard Skip Bayless today on Undisputed being all crying in my beer, just, being a pansy about everything, saying it's going to go down to Cowboys and Eagles week 18 for the division, mark my words. And after Sunday, when Washington wins, they'll be one game behind us. Skip Bayless, you've been a Cowboy fan since '61. You've written 3 books on this team. You should know every championship team goes through a struggle usually during the season. Most of the time they do. Like Tampa Bay did last season, 7-5. Like the 2 giant Super Bowl teams. One of them was 9-7, one of them was 10-6. Both the 6th seed. We still have a chance at the 1 seed. And we're going to beat the Saints. Tank Lawrence is coming back on defense. He is a high motivator for that defense. And the injury report, as I speak, Cedric Wilson will be out. I don't like that because he's been playing very well as of late. And if for some reason we cannot sign Gallup in the offseason, Cedric Wilson is a great, viable wide receiver 3, as he's been all season. So he'll be out. Amari Cooper will be questionable. Give him a few painkillers and let him feel well. If he's got a few symptoms and a cough of COVID, he's tested negative twice, so he can't play. He's off of COVID protocol. Juice him up. Do what they used to do back in the day. Put the $20 million man in the game. Cooper's in the game. They got no shot, basically. But he's questionable, and so is Malik Turner. Go to the Saints here. Their 2 tackles, Teron Armstead and Ryan Ramczyk. Both questionable with a knee. Both have missed the last few games with a knee. I wouldn't be surprised if one or both miss this game. That would be huge if they do, being that Parsons and Tank Lawrence are going to be coming off the edge. Ingram will be healthy for this game. And a big thing, Davenport will be out. He plays opposite Cam Jordan on the defensive line. That defensive line is very tough, and Davenport being out is very big and can be very big for our run game. I didn't know he was going to be out. That was new news to me. Shoulder injury. Alvin Kamara is still questionable with a knee, so he might or might not play. Caden Ellis, their linebacker, he'll be out with a hamstring, officially out. And rotational defensive end, Tanaho Casanon, I believe that's how you pronounce that. Bad ankle, he'll be out. And they're going to start Taysom Hill at quarterback. That is an insult to our defense because he is not a quarterback. He is a Swiss Army knife. Doesn't pass the ball very well. So what they're going to do is going to do a lot of RPOs, a lot of run-pass option, a lot of run plays, especially if Kamara is good to go. They're going to have Kamara, Ingram, and Taysom Hill basically try to run the ball almost every play. And with Micah Parsons and Tank Lawrence back, perfect time for him to be back, we can snuff out those plays very well. And we need a resurrection of Osi Odigizua as he played the first half of the season lights out. We need a resurgent game from him to blow up that middle and just shut that down. And the reason why we lost the last 2 games is because we never got the lead. This team is built to play with a lead. And especially being shorthanded on offense, we kind of panicked and got away from the run, had an unbalanced attack. But if we get the lead to start this game against the Saints, our defense is built to play with the lead. If we go up by 7 or 14, you just call it good night early because it will be a blowout. My prediction for this game will be 38-10 because starting Taysom Hill at quarterback, I believe probably mid-second quarter, maybe after halftime, they're going to bench him, put Simeon in, see what he can do. Our defense did not like their performance against Thanksgiving. They were playing a lot better before that. They want to come out on national television and show that they are a formidable defense, the real deal, and getting this close to 100% healthy after this game, Gallimore and Gregory will be back. And that's when we get our fearsome foursome, like the Rams had in the 60s with Deacon Jones and company, like the Giants had in 2007, 2011. I cannot wait for that. But, yes, Cowboy fans, Skip Bayless, quit crying in your cereal. The Cowboys are going to have a beautiful game tomorrow night. It's not going to come down to the division title on Week 18 against Philly. That's just stupid, Skip Bayless. So you're saying the Cowboys are going to lose Thursday and Washington's going to win on Sunday, and they'll be one game behind us. And for some reason, Week 18 will be for the division. That's dumb. We lost against Tampa Bay Week 1. We reeled off 6 in a row after that. Lost against Denver. Blew the doors off Atlanta. Lost the last 2. It would be only fitting to end the season with another 6-game winning streak. You want to play your best football in December. And Bill Parcells always says you'll know a lot about your team after Thanksgiving. December is when you want to play your best football, and this is when we're getting healthy. Now, hopefully, having Joe Philbin out and the assistant offensive line coach out, the assistant head coach out, McCarthy out, all the strength and conditioning guys out. Hopefully that doesn't make too much of an impact, being that all of our main coordinators are still intact. And I believe that we come out on national television and get back on the saddle. And we do that, then we go a 10-day break, get healthy. We go to Washington, get Gallimore and Gregory back, give Taylor Heineke the worst game of his life, and then go to the Meadowlands and do the same thing to Jones. Daniel Jones might not even play that game. He is week to week now from that injury that he suffered in the last game, so we might be playing that backup. Forgot what his name is. I know Brown got a pick 6 on him last time that we played. And then Washington will come back to our house after that to get another beat down. And then the big game will come against Arizona. The best way for us to get the number 1 seed will be a 3 or 4 team tie at 13-4. Just like in 2014, we were 12-4, so were the Packers and the Seahawks. We beat Seattle head-to-head that season, but we did not play Green Bay. So it went down to best conference record. We were 4-0 against the AFC South, but sadly, we were 9-3 in the conference. Green Bay was 10-2 in the conference. Seattle was 11-1 in the conference. So therefore, even though we all had the same record, we got the 3 seed, had to play in the first round. So our best chance to get the 1 seed, especially getting healthy and getting on a roll after this Thursday night beatdown on the Saints, 38-10, my prediction. Our best chance for the 1 seed is to have a 3 or 4 team tie, and we only have 1 conference loss. We'll have to beat Arizona for this to happen, and that alone will win the tiebreaker because every other team has 2 NFC losses. We only have 1. So, yeah, keep your head up. We just had a little bump in the road. Injuries, 27% of our starters, like I said, that is a buttload, and it's going to be good. Enjoy the win, guys, Thursday night, and that's all for this episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. That'd be great, and that's about all for tonight. I'll see y'all guys next time.